So I think the narrative of what I want to speak about is really what I've seen in business over the years, over 26 years, and actually how businesses kind of react and work with marketing and SEO and often rely on it solely to sort of fix growth problems when the real issues can be elsewhere. So obviously we know marketing can drive clicks, awareness, all those things, but sometimes the actual problem can be business related. So I just want to go some stories that I kind of experienced, hopefully shed a bit of light on that and then see how we go from there. So really what I want to talk about is really how SEO does fix into the wider marketing mix, how businesses actually behave when under pressure as well. I think that's a huge thing for anyone who's especially like agency side or supplier side. Also why traffic's only part of their job. So, you know, as SEOs and, you know, we can focus a lot about a certain part of the job, but, you know, as we know, it's only part of it. And also kind of what sits beyond the SEO box. So I'm not going to be talking about AI. Dawn's the first for that. So I'm steering clear of all those things. So who am I? So there's the fish. There's one of the fish. So round of applause for the fish. It's like fish. Yeah, not me. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So I've worked in marketing for 26 years, run a agency for 10 years, worked with everyone from Bob the plumber to massive corporates. Most of the work that I do now is with luxury hotels. So that's kind of where I found myself. And years ago, I wrote a book for startups and small businesses called SEO Freedom, which was sold on Amazon. But now, as we know, times move fast. Although some of that information is relevant, it's not relevant for today's age. So yeah, so good luck finding that. And I'm not really a pure SEO specialist. I don't work in just one discipline as an agency owner. It's like I worked across SEO, PPC, social media, photography, websites, and all, you know, and a lot of what I do now and the work that I do now is around sort of strategy and consultancy with businesses. So I've kind of gone from like full circle of like delivery all the way to then sort of like helping create the strategies for businesses. And that's across a wide range of businesses over my time as well. And I've literally worked with everyone from marketing teams through to like CEOs, board level and everything. So I guess what makes that unique for me is like, I kind of see like how people make the decisions about the things that happen. I get to sit in the rooms when the decisions are made about what route people are going to take. And also I kind of understand a bit like why pressure affects businesses sometimes in an absolutely mental way. But I've kind of seen a few things and I'll share a few of them in a minute. So one of the things, again, this is basically how marketing can't really fix certain things. But this story about one of the care home providers that we worked with. So we worked with them for probably about 3 years. And then literally we had a panicked call one day and it's just like, you know, we need more leads. We need more leads. We're not getting enough inquiries through. So it's just like, okay, well, that's, you know, sort of a bit out of the blue. But this is how businesses react. So it's just like, I know we're getting 100 inquiries, but we need 200. We need double the amount of inquiries we're getting, which going back to when I was starting out, I'd have been like, yeah, okay, let's see what we can do. Let's do those things. And that would have been my knee-jerk reaction to their knee-jerk reaction. But over the years, I've kind of found myself being a little bit more shrewd in how I do things, but also asking the right questions. So part of my background's conversion rate optimization, something I used to do back in the day. So I just kind of asked the question. I was like, right, so out of the 100 leads you're getting, how many are you converting? Which to me was a really easy question. They kind of all looked a bit sort of blank. It took 2 weeks for them to come back to me and they told me, one, we're converting one. So it's all right. So out of 100 qualified leads, you're converting one. And it's just one of the stories, but it just goes to show that actually marketing can't fix that problem because obviously doing the numbers to get 2, you'd obviously have to double it and you're not going to do it with the same budget and everything. But it's just the knee-jerk reaction from the business to like straight away, straight to market. I need double what that is. And again, doesn't kind of make sense. And then you kind of point those things out and it's like, actually the problem is you're only converting 1%. And then when you've got dedicated salespeople on good salaries, converting one thing. It's like, yeah, so that can happen. So really with business, I don't think the problem's search as such, or their understanding of search. I think it's how businesses kind of approach search and marketing, really. It's like they all want fast results, they all have low patience, they all want low risk, and they all want clear proof, and they all want it to work yesterday. I think everyone who's ever worked in marketing, you know, you've heard that before. But it's really just like how they operate, and from a commercial level, it's like and sort of tying it back to SEO, it's like why I want to do the fast things, because I need a result now. And normally it's the pressure at board level or higher ups, like I need to turn this business around or do something immediately. I can't necessarily be sat there waiting for 6 to 12 months for SEO to maybe work or not. So then, yeah. So when that pressure rises, that's where channels like PPC get all the attention. And if you can see it from their side of things, you can kind of see why those decisions happen. It's like, I need it quick, I need something fast, I need to know how much I'm spending and what I'm getting back, and I need to be able to move quickly to prove in my end of week, end of month report that things are happening. But when that happens, and the way businesses approach it, kind of creates a problem, because all the slower channels, all the quiet ones get ignored. It's kind of one of those Donald Trump moments. Was it Donald Trump who did the water thing? I don't know. So all the quieter channels actually get ignored, which is wrong. As we all know, everyone who works in SEO knows the value of SEO. It's like, you can't just ignore it and go for the fast, quick stuff. In my experience, and this is the biggest thing, it's like SEO and PPC do work better together. So, and I don't know if this happens as much as I think it does, or if it's still a thing, but it's like, is there anyone that just works like purely in SEO? And is there anyone that works SEO and PPC together? Yeah. So I can say this now as an agency owner, not someone who works in just one of those things. It's like, if I was organising my team now, I'd have my SEO people sat next to my PPC people, and I'd have them working together on absolutely everything. And the reason being is, as you know, anyone who's into SEO, it's like, you literally know all the questions that people are asking, what keywords they're using, all the data about what people want. And then you've got, you know, Sally in PPC going, now I've got to find some keywords. And it's like, you've got all the answers. You just need to put them in together. So SEO can 100% help PPC. Helps with the data, all that organic traffic then goes into a pot which you can then remarket to people to with advertising. So it's like, you get like a second bite of the cherry, as it were. And also the other way around, like PPC can actually find out what keywords are commercially good for SEO, like really quick. So rather than pick some keywords that you think will be commercially good, you can literally use PPC really quickly to fire some money at it and work out whether it stacks up commercially. And that's what business are interested in. It's like, what's going to work commercially? I'm gonna do my Billy Connolly thing now, where I just go off grid. So it's like I tend to do. Someone's going to have to bring me back to this in a minute. But yeah, so it's just like, and what I would say through my experience is, when you kind of work with the marketing teams, or in-house, not like, everyone gets tied down on these like really small minutiae of detail, like time on page, bounce rates, impressions, click, which we're all measured by. And I'm going to challenge you all to think a bit bigger later on as well. But it's like, but I guarantee you at board level, no one cares. It's like, that's like a marketing little conversation that happens and everyone stresses out about. But the people at the top, it's like, how much money am I making? Is it profitable? Are we doing well? So it's like, so I guess what an underlying current, which I'm going to add to my talk now, is like, whatever area of marketing you're in, if you can understand the commercial side of the business, it puts you in a much stronger position, allows you to measure the metrics that people are interested in. And especially if you worked in a company, it's like direct, like pay rise territory, because everything you do is commercially good. Where was I? Right, back. Yeah, and I think the other thing as well, it's like, getting the traffic isn't the finish line. And sometimes it feels like it, because that's how we have to report. We have to report on, this is how many new clicks we got this year, that's how many we got last year. And it's, But really, it's like the business still has to follow through. It still has to convert that click into something else. And in that, like earlier results, like all the hard work was done, all the inquiries were gathered, and it took some slow salesperson to kind of just absolutely tarnish the entire thing. I'm picking my words carefully because it's going on YouTube, right? So like absolutely like terrible. Yeah, come to me afterwards for the words I would have used. So we can get the click, we can do all the hard work and everything and still lose the customer. And here's another one as well. So we had another call with, again, a long-term client. Joined this call, there was like the CEO there, the MD, people from the board, and it's like, whoa, this is like, what's going on here? It's kind of one of those moments. They're like, and this is what we were presented with. They're like, inquiries this month are down 60%. 60%, we need to do something. And it was like panic, widespread panic. And we were like, well, like year on year, month on month, organic's up. Year on year, PPC's up. We know we're targeting the right people because last month we didn't have this problem. Last year we didn't have this problem. So part of a lot of what we end up doing is kind of getting into the nitty gritty of like, but why is that? So whereas you can need, whatever you need, I'll do it. It's like, actually, I don't tend to do that anymore. It's like, what's the problem? What's actually causing it? So any ideas? There's a few people who have seen this a million times before. You know the answer. So what could it be? Just throw some out.
They've hidden the button that you need to click for inquiries, make an inquiry.
Yeah.
Broken forms.
Broken forms. Anyone else?
Tracking,
all stuff. But it was literally, it was the forms. The form hadn't worked for 19 days. So you sit there and it's like, and I've kind of learned to kind of hold my cool on those moments. I'm like, okay, so we're sat here, you're absolutely grilling everyone about this, and your form's been broken for 19 days. And bearing in mind, it's like, if I didn't get an inquiry for 19 days, I'd have probably picked up on it earlier, but it was like a really stupid thing. And it's just like, everything worked. It wasn't SEO, it wasn't PPC, it wasn't whatever else. The website just didn't do its job. And I've seen that so many times, it's untrue. And again, those things, everyone said, tracking's not in place, we're not looking at the right thing, form's broken, button didn't work, or actually the page doesn't load properly. It's just like, it can be carnage. Literally those things there that I just said, that was good. That's almost like I wrote those. But then other things as well can happen. It could be weak offer, weak messaging, poor reputation. There's 101 things that can really break good marketing. Not all the while. Some marketing can be poor, but yeah, it's I've seen it more often than not. And then like when we talk about coming out to like SEO, which I really probably should talk about, you know, given the nature of the event. Like SEO is brilliant. It gives us great visibility on what people are looking for, what they're not looking for, how long people stay on the site for those terms, all that sort of thing. It supports PPC, delivers, when you get it right, delivers consistent impact for time, and all touch points do matter. Really, so this example here, this is one of the many journeys that one of our hotel clients follow in order to make a booking. So, and basically it's the messy middle. This is the stuff that people can't measure very well or don't have good visibility of. So just sort of look at how this customer went through the thing, you know, email 7 times, cross network, for anyone that doesn't know it, is like PPC. It's basically Google Ads, PMAX things. So we went from email to adverts, back to email, back to adverts, found it on organic, then back to email, and then referral literally took the last click. So in the last click world, you kind of look at that and go, oh, it's referral drove that. Referral, all day long, referral drove that sale. But my point being is like, it's all important. And the companies that get the PPC right, get the email right, messaging on the website right, they're the ones that really win because everything's pulling in the same direction. You know, your SEO people are working with PPC people, social media, so on and so forth. And that could quite easily be social, organic, paid. The majority could just be paid or organic, but it's like, but the whole marketing story, it's like, it's all really important. Every single bit of it. So I guess from just getting away from like the SEO purist thing. It's like I kind of like just challenge everyone to like think a little bit bigger about SEO and search in itself. You know, it's like, although we are measured on a lot of these things, like, you know, try and think beyond the rankings, think more than Google, try and think a little bit beyond just your SEO channel, and actually apply your skills to other marketing things in the business. And I know through working through SEO and working with some brilliant people on SEO, it's like the SEO people are the very best people to unpick an algorithm, look at what works, look at what doesn't work. So even things like you could literally apply that knowledge that you know and go and work in social media, which most SEOs, I would imagine, are not doing. So it's just like all of that knowledge, all of the way you think, the way you unpick data, the way you look at stuff, it's like, it's all there. Go and work with the social team. Go and drive organic. It's still search. It's like, as AI is, it's search. It's like, it's still search, albeit within social media, it's still search. And you guys have got it nailed. You just got to apply that knowledge to it. And bail the social people out. But it's be heroes. It's like, and you can do it. You got the right mindset to do it. So I don't know how I'm doing for time. I might have rinsed through this. Am I good? Yeah. So really, beyond SEO, to me, it's like, yes, SEO matters, PPC matters, social media, user experience, messaging, brand. But the one thing, if you can get right more than anything else, is like just the joined up thinking of those channels all working together. That's the best thing that anyone can ever do for marketing. And the results, you just see them go further and further up and up. Yeah, so really, it's the underlying message, like search can win the click, but the business still has to win the customer. That's me. Thank you.